Good morning, everybody. Mark in the home office here on this chilly Wednesday morning. Today is Wednesday, February 15th. We have bright sunshine through the area. Had a pretty cold morning, although not quite as cold as we thought the forecast might get to. The difference last night is the wind stayed up in a lot of areas, helping to keep the temperatures up. As a matter of fact, I can show you just how cold many areas were. These were the 7 o'clock observations. And a couple of things to note here. First, you see that many areas like Sacramento, 38, Mather Airport, 37. But you notice the wind, still 15 to 20. Mather's there gusting to 24. And while the wind may make it feel colder, and you can see the wind chill factor over there, WCI under remarks, that's down in the 20s. But the wind actually helps keep the air temperature a little up. Look at Stockton, 32, wind out of the west at 7, but still that gives you a wind chill factor of 26. These were the readings around 7:15 this morning. And I do think it is going to be cold again tonight. I'll explain more on that here in just a second. But that's what we started with, and even with bright sunshine today, it just isn't going to warm up all that much. This is the morning satellite, and as you can see, not a cloud to be found. All of that white in the Sierra is our snowpack, as well as what you see farther to the north. So there may be some fair weather clouds that'll pop up in the Sierra as we head through the afternoon hours or midday. But other than that, it's going to be a very clear day, beautiful day in the Central Valley. Let's talk a little bit about the wind because we still have a bit of a breeze out there today. I've highlighted the areas there that are going to have a breeze today. You know, nothing howling. It's just that wind that makes it feel colder. So when the temperature is 55, you can take 5 or 6 degrees off of that when you step out into it. And that area that's highlighted, those are winds of 10 to 20, maybe gusting to 25. And you won't see that in the foothills, so not along Highway 49, but certainly in the valley and on the west side of the valley. It'll be somewhat breezy, but that's what we'll have today. And then this is tomorrow morning. Notice the winds go flat. The winds are 3-4 miles an hour. So tomorrow morning will be unlike this morning, where the wind actually helped to keep the temperature a little bit up last night. Tonight, without that wind, the temperatures will get colder again. So we'll see many areas down around 32 to 34 first thing tomorrow morning, but we won't have the wind chill factor to go along with it. So it's pick your poison. Either have your air temperature be really cold or have the wind chill factor make it feel a little bit colder. So yeah, a little bit breezy today, bright sunshine, nice day. Let's look ahead. Talk about precip for a second here. This is total precipitation accumulation through the day on Sunday. So for the rest of this work week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and through the weekend, the weather's going to stay dry. We'll also see temperatures come up. We'll see a few more clouds come our way on Thursday and Friday, but still it's going to be nice. And so if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, if you're going to the Sierra this weekend, it is going to be just fine. Things are likely going to change next week. Now this is getting into that fuzzy area out beyond 6 or 7 days. But let me show you what next Tuesday looks like around the middle part of the day. We're still dry, so we'll be dry through the weekend. We'll be dry again during the day on Monday. But this is noon Tuesday. There's a system that you see to the north that is going to be dropping our way. And we'll likely start to see a chance of rain and snow by the time we get into Tuesday night and Wednesday. It right now doesn't look like it's all that wet, doesn't have much moisture to work with, but then this is the way it looks on Wednesday morning. As you can see, not much going on in the valley, but there is snow in the Sierra. Because there's a lack of moisture here, this looks as though we could see one of those cases where we see very light rain in the valley, maybe a tenth or two of an inch of rain at best, but we see some really good snow in the Sierra, but very powdery and maybe relatively low as well. Too early to say how low, but a couple of things do stand out about next week. It's going to turn colder most likely, and it's going to turn wetter. So the bottom line here is that we will have dry weather through the weekend and into the day on Monday. Tomorrow morning it'll be cold again. The weekend, fine for doing anything outdoors, but do pay attention to next week. It does look as though we'll see some colder changes next week with the potential for some pretty good snow in the Sierra. So it looks as though we may finally get back into action. Not as active as it was in January, but it looks as though next week is going to be a little bit more active. So we'll have a lot to keep up with on that. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11 on KCRA.